Welcome to the abyss of crime, where the shadows whisper secrets and the truth is often stranger than fiction. From chilling unsolved crimes to controversial trials, we explore the darker side of humanity through meticulous investigation and compelling storytelling. Noida, a bustling city in Uttar Pradesh, embodies the spirit of India's rapid urbanization and economic growth. However, beneath its gleaming facade, a dark and sinister secret was festering, one that would shake the very foundations of this community. Welcome to Nithari, a haunting tale of unspeakable crimes. In this 25-minute true crime documentary, we delve into the chilling story of the Nithari Killings that took place between 2005 and 2006, claiming the lives of at least 19 innocent children. We will introduce you to the victims, their grieving families, the perpetrators behind these heinous acts, and the law enforcement officers who worked tirelessly to bring them to justice. In 2005, the residents of Nithari village, a small and impoverished settlement on the outskirts of Noida, began to notice a disturbing trend. Children were disappearing. As the number of missing children continued to rise, the community's anxiety and desperation grew. Despite numerous pleas for help, the initial response from the authorities was lackluster, with many dismissing the disappearances as cases of runaway children. It wasn't until the gruesome discovery of human remains in a drain near the house of a wealthy businessman, Moninder Singh Pandher, and his servant Surinder Koli, that the true nature of these crimes began to unravel. The investigation revealed that Koli, under the influence of drugs and alcohol, had lured children to Pandher's house, where they were sexually assaulted, murdered, and their bodies disposed of in the most inhumane manner. To gain a deeper understanding of the methodology behind these heinous acts, we must delve into the dark and twisted minds of the perpetrators. Koli would first befriend the children, offering them food or small gifts to gain their trust. Once they were inside the house, he would drug and sexually assault them before brutally murdering them. The bodies were then dismembered, and the remains were disposed of in a nearby drain or buried in the backyard. This chilling pattern of violence would continue for over a year, claiming the lives of at least 19 innocent children. The killings followed a similar pattern, with Koli often targeting vulnerable children from poor families. Among the victims were both boys and girls, with ages ranging from as young as 3 to 14 years old. The gruesome nature of the crimes and the sheer number of victims sent shockwaves through the community, as they struggled to come to terms with the fact that such horrors had been taking place in their midst. As we remember the innocent souls who were cruelly snatched away, we will share the heart-wrenching stories of the victims and the profound impact of their loss on their families. Rimpa Haldar, a bright and cheerful young girl, was just one of the many lives tragically cut short by the Nithari killers. Her family still struggles to come to terms with her loss. Hardik, a young boy with dreams of becoming a police officer, was another victim of these heinous crimes. His family's grief is compounded by the knowledge that his killer still walks free. Pinky Sarkar, a young girl with a passion for dancing, was lured to her death with the promise of a new dress. Her family still searches for answers, struggling to understand how such a heinous crime could be committed against their beloved daughter. Fourth victim, a shy and quiet boy, was taken from his family by the promise of a meal. His loss has left a gaping hole in their lives, one that can never be filled. The investigation into the Nithari killings was a complex and challenging one, with numerous setbacks and obstacles along the way. As we take you on a step-by-step journey through the investigative process, we'll highlight the key breakthroughs, challenges, and setbacks faced by the investigators. Key breakthroughs, such as the discovery of crucial evidence and the confession of Surinder Koli, eventually led to the arrest and prosecution of the perpetrators. However, investigative flaws and allegations of police corruption cast a shadow over the case, raising questions about the integrity of the investigation and the justice system as a whole. One of the major challenges faced by the investigators was the lack of cooperation from the local community, many of whom were fearful of reprisals or distrustful of the police. Overcoming this barrier required persistent effort and the establishment of trust between the investigators and the community. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that the local police had failed to take the initial reports of missing children seriously, leading to a delay in identifying and apprehending the perpetrators. This neglect on the part of the authorities allowed the killings to continue unabated for over a year. The media played a significant role in shaping public perception and influencing the investigation, with sensational headlines and graphic details dominating the news cycle. The public's reaction was one of shock, outrage, and disbelief, as they struggled to comprehend the horrific nature of the crimes committed in their own backyard. Community-driven initiatives and protests followed, demanding justice for the victims and their families, as well as increased safety measures to protect vulnerable children. The trials of Moninder Singh Pandher and Surinder Koli were fraught with debates, legal challenges, and delays. To provide a more comprehensive understanding of the legal proceedings, we will delve deeper into the courtroom testimonies, arguments from both the prosecution and defense, and the impact of the verdicts on the families of the victims and the community. In 2009, Koli was sentenced to death for the murders of 6 children, while Pandher was acquitted due to lack of evidence. However, Pandher was later convicted in a separate case and sentenced to life imprisonment for the rape and murder of a 14-year-old girl. The legal proceedings were marred by controversy with allegations of police corruption, witness intimidation, and the mishandling of evidence casting a shadow over the case. The families of the victims continue to seek justice as they await the final outcome of the ongoing legal battles. The impact of the verdicts on the community has been significant, with many questioning the efficacy of the justice system and calling for reforms to ensure that such heinous crimes are met with swift and severe punishment. The Nithari Killings had a profound impact on Indian society, forcing a reckoning with issues such as child safety, law enforcement practices, and the role of the media in shaping public discourse. The case prompted legislative and policy shifts, including the introduction of stricter penalties for crimes against children and increased resources for law enforcement agencies to investigate and prosecute such cases. Now we delve into a psychological and sociological analysis, exploring the deeper societal issues that might have contributed to such heinous crimes. It's crucial to understand not just the what, but the why to prevent future tragedies. Experts in psychology and sociology offer insights into the factors that contributed to the Nithari killings, shedding light on the darker aspects of human nature and the societal conditions that allowed these crimes to occur. Discussion on preventative measures and the warning signs of similar crimes are crucial in ensuring that such tragedies are not repeated in the future. Experts emphasize the importance of addressing the root causes of such crimes, such as poverty, lack of education, and social inequality, to prevent the creation of an environment in which such heinous acts can thrive. As we reflect on the haunting tale of the Nithari killings, we must remember the innocent lives lost and the lessons learned from this tragic chapter in India's history. It is our collective responsibility to remain vigilant, raise awareness, and work together to create safer communities for our children. By doing so, we can honor the memory of those who were taken from us and strive to prevent such horrors from ever happening again. By remaining vigilant, demanding accountability from our law enforcement agencies, and working together to create safer communities, we can ensure that the dark legacy of the Nithari killings serves as a catalyst for positive change and a brighter future for our children. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the shadows of the abyss of crime. As we conclude our exploration of the Nithari case, we hope it has illuminated the deeper issues that lurk beneath the surface of society. If this series has captured your interest, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the darkest corners of criminal investigations. Please click the bell icon to ensure you don't miss any updates. Your engagement helps us bring these important stories to light. Until next time, stay vigilant and keep seeking the truth. Goodbye for now.